What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be bringing you a game between mTw and NEXT.kz. This is the grand finals of the Western International qualifiers. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. So, mTw, NEXT.kz, they're both extremely strong teams, obviously, since this is the grand finals. NEXT.kz banning out Broodmother for the first pick, and mTw responding with Lycan, so very cookie cutter bans so far. Broodmother is just such a pest. Being a spider, you kind of have to be a pest if you pick a spider hero. But she kind of forces you to pick up some AoE, and usually, even though most teams will have some sort of AoE in their lineup, it really forces you on getting the AoE to where the Broodmother is, and sometimes, or even most of the time, that's not really gonna work out for you. Of course, she can be shut down early with a couple of sentry wards, but even if you do get an advantage in that early stage of the game, she could come back and pretty much just demolish your entire lane. If you look away for a second, you'll have an army of broodlings pushing down on your tier 3s, so you can understand that. Lycan, very persistent jungler, and we actually see two more junglers, or two more potential junglers, I guess. Chen is a pretty much 100% jungle. Nature's Prophet, getting rid of that global presence, but eliminating 3 junglers right off the bat. Jungling is just such a valuable option in the way the game is right now. You get that extra stream of income. Of course, you could always eliminate the need for that by going for tri-lanes, going for roams, and whatever. But eliminating the Chen by NEXT.kz really ensures that they will be able to hold their early game towers, and you could even see that by them holding their Broodmother. So they really want to get rid of as much of mTw's early push as much as possible. mTw kind of doing the same thing, eliminating the Nature's Prophet and the Lycan, who both are vicious pushers. Lycan is, I think they eliminated not so much for the pushing power against them, but because he's just such a pest in lane. Not in lane, in the jungle. You just have to always keep tabs on him. Kind of like Broodmother, except in a jungle, except instead of a lane. Nature's Prophet getting rid of that very dangerous global presence could turn any 2v1 gank into a 3v1 gank, and sometimes that's just enough to seal the deal. See Tinker actually being banned by NEXT.kz. Usually you don't see Tinker banned out, and if you do, it's not this early. Guessing it's because mTw has played Tinker quite a lot in these qualifying matches. I actually have not seen enough to know, but probably a respect ban towards someone in mTw who's just been playing a ton of Tinker. The first pick is NEXT.kz going for the Brewmaster. Very cookie cutter kind of pick, doesn't reveal anything, and mTw going for kind of the same thing, picking up the Invoker, who managed to get through the draft, and an Enchantress, so they're going to be able to get some early push going. Unfortunately, you can't ban out all the good heroes. Some are going to make it through. And Enchantress, Invoker, and Brewmaster regularly first banned or first picked. So nothing really huge going on right now. Obviously, we're going to see most likely we're going to see the Invoker going up mid. The Enchantress in the jungle, probably going to be applying some pressure to the tier 1 on the bottom lane as early as she can. The Lich is actually picked up, and a Morphling by NEXT.kz, so they are going to have that late game carry, and Lich is a pretty early game powerhouse. Being able to deny creeps will get your lanes a good advantage going, plus you have the Frost Nova. So they're probably going to put Lich, I'm just going to call it now, Lich and Brewmaster mid. I have no idea if that's going to happen or not, but we have a Lone Druid response by mTw. I believe Funzy is the one who plays the Lone Druid. I think that's what he does. Lone Druid gonna give them mTw, gonna give them a lot of late game power as well. See Night Stalker being banned out by NEXT.kz, so they are eliminating the pushing heroes and a really strong ganking hero. So from the looks of it, it looks like NEXT.kz really wants to just keep themselves safe as much as possible, not even be totally aggressive, although aggression is always an option. They just want to make sure that their Morphling doesn't get picked off, and that Crippling Fear really does a lot to kill a Morphling. mTw, on the other hand, banning an Earthshaker. Earthshaker is not necessarily a hero that you see banned that often. He usually gets picked fairly regularly, but banned very rarely. So it's kind of an interesting pick there. Again, a very good anti-push hero, as is Leshrac, the final ban out of NEXT.kz. So both going for a little bit of anti-push, or getting rid of the anti-push. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Windrunner managed to get through this far, to be banned at the last spot. Usually you see her picked up first, or banned first, or something. But Windrunner, obviously, just such a versatile hero that banning her could eliminate lots of possibilities, especially for that long lane. It's the role that you usually see Windrunner being played as. So, yeah, there's not the huge team fight from that Earthshaker from mTw. They're probably going to be looking for more skirmishing play until Lone Druid really gets big, and then they're just going to try to rumble as a team once you get that 20-25 minute radiance. NEXT.kz picking up an Enigma, so Lich and Enigma means that they have the potential to do a double deny lane. It could be a huge bitch for whoever's in that lane, whoever decides who's going to get the brunt of that double deny, because receiving only 2 creeps is not a fun thing. Also gives them a pretty strong farming jungler. Enigma isn't really going to be pushing like Enchantress is, so he's kind of a different jungler in that regard. But you still get a lot of gold income from Enigma, since he could just insta-give creeps with his conversions. Crystal Maiden is a pickup for mTw. Just probably going to go for that support, cover the what's his face, the bear, Lone Druid. And that's pretty much the support lineup for mTw. Between a CM and an Enchantress, they should be fine for all their supporting. And NEXT.kz as well. Lich and Enigma really could split the support down the middle that way. So everyone's gonna be fine with that support. We're gonna see who NEXT.kz is gonna pick up for this last position. I believe they need, I don't know, let's say Brewmaster's mid, the wrong lane. I don't know, either they could go someone for Vengeful Spirit and really go for that turtle up and protect Morphling kind of play, which might not be a bad idea, considering Vengeful Spirit is one of the most reliable counters to an Enigma Black Hole. Even if you have a BKB, you're going to be swapped out, so it might be good of them to pick that up, play super defensively, get some early game power, and then put all their chips onto the Morphling. Of course, I have no idea what I'm talking about, so we're going to see in 10 seconds. They could either, they could choose to lane, Tidehunter, very similar pick to Enigma, really. Wait, what? Okay, disregard that. Tidehunter, very supporty hero as well, kind of fills that kind of same niche as the Vengeful Spirit, as being a support roamer type champion hero. Not champion, he's a hero. God, bad habits, bad habits. So Tidehunter able to support and roam fairly decently, and Queen of Pain is the last pick for mTw. It's going to mean Invoker most likely not going to be taking a solo mid spot. Most likely Queen of Pain is going to be taking that. So mTw has some really huge late game power. Okay, that's not what we want. We want this. There we go. And we have a decked out Observer Ward right here. Juggernaut Dog. Some pretty sweet looking courier action right there. Looks like Kabop is going to be playing that Enchantress. Probably going to be going into the jungle. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. Syndra's going to be playing that Invoker with Soksha. I'm just calling him Sok. Sok and the Queen of Pain. Funzy is on the Lone Druid, so whoopee, I got a correct call. And should I keep it? Can I keep this PG-13? Yeah, fuck it. Fucking mad on Crystal Maiden. Yeah, I did it. Yeah. On the other side, we're going to see Stallcat on the Brewmaster. Lucky on the Tidehunter, wearing a pretty sweet shell. It looks like a backpack, actually. It's kind of weird stuff going on there. Equals is going to be playing the Enigma. 570 on the Lich, and Mantis on that hard carry on the Morphling. So, looks like we're... Oh, good. Don't make me talk for more than I have to. Thank you, Mantis. Love you. These lanes, Invoker and Queen of Pain could very easily go mid, and both very easily go to the side lane. Thing is, you would usually want to put Queen of Pain into the mid lane because that blink ensures that she is able to take all of the runes, whereas Invoker, I mean, like, Wex helps, but it's not a guaranteed rune, per se. Anyway, Invoker, by the way, geared up, looks like he's going to be going for a Quas Wex build. Exort build, I'm sorry. Most of the time for Quas Wex, you see a, what's it called, Blades of Attack, going for the phase boots early on, and just to get that extra damage going on. And you don't really need that much regeneration, because obviously you're going Quas Wex. You see all 5 heroes up on the top lane for NEXT.kz as the bear spots them out. Let's see if the bear's going to do that really fucking annoying thing of pulling the creeps down here. Pulling the creeps right here. Yeah, John Maddening this. And then Garen makes it really hard to last hit under the tower. See Kabop and fucking Mad just chilling, hiding. 2 peas in a pod right there. You see Mantis in 570. Gonna be probably warding up the rune area. And then gonna be trying for this rune. But it's gonna spawn down here. It always does spawn down here. I'm wrong. It's an illusion rune up top, so not the most useful rune. Actually, it is probably the least useful rune in this stage of the game. Illusions don't really do much. Unless you could draw some spells, but that rarely happens. Looks like in the mid lane it's actually going to be Lich and Morphling. So, Syndrin going for that Exort build. Yes, I called it right. I'm so awesome. He's going to be under a lot of pressure this lane, but with Exort you get a lot of damage, so we could really just stay back and poke your head out whenever you want to last hit. Bot lane's going to be Funzy versus Equal, and you see Funzy already going for a little bit of blood. Maybe he's going to get the... Oh, Eidolon denied. That sucks. Top lane's going to be Sok with fucking Mad and Kabap in the jungle, so this tower is not going to be alive for very long. As you see, the most annoying fucking spell in the game. Look, the Spiderite kicking this guy's ass already. So once this tornado comes out, you gotta fall back. You don't have a choice. You're just taking so much damage. And then with Saksha being able to just jump in at any moment, you have to fall back. You really don't have any choice. And unfortunately for Brewmaster, and for Tidehunter actually, they don't have any interrupts. So this guy's going to be channeling for his full duration. It's just such an annoying thing to do. But it's such a very useful thing to do. If you are a Chen player or an Enchantress player, then something you could do to easily win the lane, just grab a Wildkin. And as you can see, he's already downing his consumables. Only level 1 is forced all the way back here, and that's exactly what you do when you pick up that Wildkin. And this is allowing Saksha to just right click on the tower. So she brings in some early push. Let's see 2 of the bigger bulky characters trying to ward them away. Looks like that will do so for the moment, but Kabap could just turn around in the jungle, grab another creep, and then just continue doing his own thing. As I said before, Syndrin not having a fun time. He does have his Sunstrike up, but he is level 2, and the dual lane is also level 2 with almost the same amount of experience. So Mantis is going to be getting a lot of free farm from the lane. As you see, 7-8-5 versus Syndrin's 1-2 only. So poor Syndrin. Not going to have a lot of farm. But really, as Invoker, you need levels more than you need farm. So if you get those levels, you should be okay. Although with the Lich denying, even that's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Let's see, fucking Mad and Kabop just pulling down the lane so that their own creep wave could apply more pressure. And here we go, we have a Dark Troll Warlord with his little skeleton buddies and a huge creep wave coming in for this tier 1 tower, which is going to go down. Let's see, let's pick up a haste rune. I don't think anything's going to happen there. This tower is going to go down. Let's see who's going to pick up the last hit. No one's going to pick up the last hit. So the gold is going to be split down evenly. Probably good for, I don't know, fucking Mad and Kabop are happy about that. They get more gold that way. So far, very little action as far as kills go. Funzy has that Orb of Venom. So if you get tagged once, you're going to get tagged again. Let's see what's going on. 5-9, 14-2. Lone Druid is winning the lane. It's kind of to be expected of Enigma. I mean, like, Enigma could hold a long lane, but rarely you're going to see him excel in the long lane, especially when you're up against solo up against. Oh my god, okay. Crystal Maiden's going up onto that Tidehunter. You see a clap going up from the Ursa and the Nova. Sunstrike is not going to be needed as Kabab spears Tidehunter. Classic sea fishing right there. Going to get that Burst Blood. As I was saying, yeah, Lone Druid just has a lot more presence in a long lane than Enigma, especially when it's just 1v1. We see fucking Mad with his Kebab and 2 Ursas gonna be trying to set something up on Mantis and 570. Not sure if they could get a kill. 570 is playing really far back. I like that play from him. So they're not going to be able to kill him, and Morphling could just waveform out. They don't have any hard CC, except for, Frostbite. Here they go again. They're going on to the Brewmaster. We see one clap going on, and we have a Frostbite and a Sunstrike, and it eliminates Dollcat very easily. So yet another kill going towards that top lane. This time Saksha picks it up. And the push continues on this top lane as more creeps keep barreling down. Tidehunter really doesn't have the levels to counter push that out. Let's see what came in. Bottle, I think. Bottle came in from Queen of Pain, who's 27 creep kills, doing phenomenally. Mantis a little bit behind that, but so far mTw taking a pretty huge lead in experience and gold. We see exactly that. Only 500 experience actually, so I guess those 2 kills is not really doing that much for him. The double denies coming out from the Lich and Enigma really helping to equalize that. But the gold is to be expected. They already took 1 tower, and they are up 2 kills. Oh my god, Equal got entangled. Man, that sucks. Pretty sure it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just forced Funzy to dive a little bit more, but that Orb of Venom just doing work on Enigma, and Enigma is really hard to outplay a lone druid when it's 1v1 in the lane, because Enigma's only real escape mechanism at this point in the game is a small Malphite stun. And who do you stun? Do you stun the lone druid, or do you stun the giant bear? Either way, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Looks like yellow and orange trying to set something up again, as we see Boots and a magic wand coming in. Courier might actually be in a little bit of danger if they could get it. Just need a couple more right clicks, one more, and that Courier is toast as fucking Mad kills the Courier, but Bat looks like he's going to pay for it for his life. Morphling waves up, and he's going to take that Enchantress kill. But Courier for Enchantress kill, I would take that for Enchantress death. It's a good trade for them. Make sure that the NEXT.kz team doesn't get anything done, as we see the bear going in again on Equal, but he's not going to die this time. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, giving your whole team a little bit of gold in exchange for just 1 hero, it's more than worth it, I'd say. See, Funzy actually pressuring this tower quite a lot. It's down to only 300 health. And no real items coming out from anyone yet. Not really surprised about that. So we do have phase boots on the Spirit Bear, so Funzy is looking to pressure. He's looking to get those early kills off on Enigma, and it's clear that he could actually do it right now. Does he have a bear summonable in 3 seconds? So even if his bear dies, he's going to have it right back up. For Funzy, getting those phase boots early, not holding naked boots, not trying to just rush a naked relic, really shows that he wants blood on this lane. In the meantime, mid lane, Syndran actually going for a point of Wex. Maybe he's going to change up his build, transition into a Quas Wex build after getting just initial Sunstrike to tag some assists. I don't know, just going for an even build right now, and even builds on Invoker, in my opinion, don't work at all. So you want some utility, and the utility that you get from a mixed build just isn't enough anywhere. Looks like this spot tower is going to go down. Lesser Eidolons valiantly trying to defend, but they're going to get entangled and killed. See an Ursa from Kebab and fucking Mad, both here, going to be eliminating this creep wave extremely quickly. Tidehunter and Enigma are both here, and Black Hole is up, so they might want to try to get a cheese kill, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's way too much backup. Lich is actually also here, but the thing is, Tidehunter and Lich both don't have their ultimates, and right now, even though Funzy and Kebab are both the same levels, they do have that bear, which is essentially an extra hero, especially when he's at 2,000 health. So really it won't be favorable for NEXT.kz to take this fight. Let's see, 1,000 Gs on Lone Druid. He's definitely going to save up for his relic right now. Arcane Boots already up on Enchantress, getting those that 1 kill and 1 assist, really helping her along towards getting that support item. And once you get that, your allies are going to have a fun time, and you're going to have a fun time as well, as Morphling picks up a double damage rune. I don't think he can make things happen. The only person he could make things happen on is Syndran, who is actually going to transition into a Quas Wex build, so maybe realize that Exhort isn't going to work for him. He really needs that mobility, so really 1 point of Exhort, not a huge deal. It allows you to cast the, what's it called, Deafening Blast, which is very useful skill for Invoker. Huge amount of utility there, even though it won't do much damage with one level of Exhort. Still gonna be very useful. You can see he's getting phase boots. Pretty regular build for any Invoker actually. Let's see what Saksha's up to. He's up to almost 2,000 gold, and he's pressuring this tower quite a lot. And it looks like Equal is going to be going up here to try to negate that, but really Brewmaster doesn't have the range or power to force the Queen of Pain back. If he tries to pressure Queen of Pain, he just gets screamed in the face, and then he cowers in fear, and stuff like that happens. It looks like he's going to come here nonetheless. I don't think they could kill her unless she walks into a black hole, and I doubt that's going to happen. Saksha's way too smart for that. If you see Equal move up, then you move back, or you blink away. But Panda is going to come around from the back, and there's an immediate blink from Saksha, playing very safe. And it's not even playing safe, it's just playing smart. He's not being dumb. It's good of these mTw players, one of the best teams in the world, to not be playing dumb. Because when you play dumb, you lose. Let's see what's going on here. Kebab just jungling it up, and let's see, 570 actually looking for something on Funzy. He doesn't have his Chain Frost though, so he doesn't have that much power. I don't think Titan Lich could take them. Unless they get some assist coming in, teleporting in. Enigma Brewmaster, they could both help quite a bit. See Saksha moving back up towards that top lane. She does have a regeneration rune, so she can be very liberal, or he, Queen of Pain, she, Saksha, he. Queen of Pain can be very liberal with his or her mana and just regen that up. But we do have a Mantis with a double damage rune. They seem to know that Sok is here. But again, they don't really have that hard disable. They really need to catch him inside of a black hole, and it's really hard to do that when you don't have any setup to close that gap, or a Blink Dagger to close the gap. So unless he chills around here at 200 health, but he's going to pop the regeneration rune. And he is going to be up to full health. He's probably not going to die. You see a drum going up for Syndrine. Just chilling in the mid lane, grabbing some CS, trying to recover from the Lich Morphling lane. As we do see Morphling returning to there, trying to shut down Syndrine's farm, making sure he gets nothing out of this lane. You have a Cold Snap on Mantis, and it is doing a big ton of damage. I love Cold Snap, such an amazing spell. As Mantis waveforms up in retaliation. Really just harassment going on at the moment. No one could actually make a kill happen. Just gonna keep tabs on Funzy, making sure he's gonna see that relic when it's close to being up. Brewmaster is actually only level 6, which is not what you want at all, considering the supports on the other team are even around the same level. So Brewmaster got shut down pretty hard. That top lane she got pushed so hard, so viciously. He couldn't really do anything to stand against that, and it's really going to cost him in the late game, in the long run, not late game. Late game's a little bit too far away to be calling right now. Let's see, Queen of Pain did pick up that ultimate orb, so she is going, might be going for a Lincoln Sphere. More likely going to be going for an early Sheepstick. Lincoln Sphere, I mean, like, good against the Gush, good against the Lich's Nova, and good against the Enigma's Malphus, which could save her, because Malphus into Black Hole is the only way really they're going to catch the Queen of Pain off guard, unless they burn a Ravage or move in with Brewmaster's ultimate. So might be a good idea for her. Get a very defensive item, and she's getting just complete free farm as far as her levels and items go. So who knows? Pop the Illusion Rune, and they're going to be taking down this tier 2 tower. Someone might go down, fucking mad. They're going to get engaged on, and Morphling is going to swoop in and take that kill. So Crystal Maiden for a tower, still a good trade. Someone's got to die if you push that far, especially when all those teleports came in. No way to really avoid that. As we see Syndrine and Funzy actually, in the meantime, taking down the tier 1 mid tower. Funzy actually going for an interesting build. Going for early points of Rabid. You usually don't see that. You usually see 4 on Spirit Bear, 4 on Synergy, True Form whenever you can, then Rabid once everything's done. But I suppose the Rabid is just because he wanted to pressure Equal, and if you have that extra movement speed, then you really allow the bear to close in, get more attacks. Attack speed also, that helps. So it's really a lot more aggressive build, So I guess he was trying to pursue that instead of going for a passive, I'm just going to sit here and farm build. See EMP and Tornado going up, but Wex is only like, what, level 3? That's not going to burn much mana at all. Syndrane's only level 8, so he doesn't really have those big, huge damaging nukes up. Tidehunter is level 6, and looks like NEXT.kz, Lich not quite level 6, but they could try to pick a fight here. Support will come immediately if they choose to do so. Looks like they're just going to fall back. Let's see what Mantis has. Mantis has jack shit. He has power treads. It's actually kind of surprising considering he has 2 kills and 48 creep kills at this point in the game. You expect a lot more. Or I would expect a lot more. But I have high expectations. You should be farming more, Mantis. See the whole of NEXT.kz look smoked up looking for a gank. They could potentially find Funzy. Funzy, oh, if you go to that next camp, man. Oh dear, Funzy, you're in trouble. Let's see how this is going to go down. We're going to have a Malphite stun. Oh, run! Run! Oh my god, he actually made it out. They're going to settle for the bear. Bear's going to get resummoned, so they get nothing. Funzy movement speed OP as Queen of Pain just... Oh my god, how did she get that much damage on Enigma? So just Queen of Pain swoops in, gets an Enigma kill very easily, and she does have a haste rune, so she's going to pursue Tidehunter. Doesn't have any Kraken Shell, so he's going to be slowed down for the duration. Plus Queen of Pain has a haste rune, so just easy right clicks. Tornado comes in, not quite long enough, but Tidehunter is just taking a lot of damage from that Queen of Pain, but he's going to be fine. He's not going to die. Oh no, fucking mad, what you doing? Just warding, very dangerous time to ward, considering he knew all of them were there, but he got it down. Saksha trying to pressure the Mantis back. Mantis does have 2,000 gold and agility treads, so I guess he's not farming that badly. I just losing track of the game, I suppose. But if he was going for Lincolns, you would have seen a Perseverance on him. So I'm assuming he's going to go for a shotgun early. Not a bad idea, considering, you know, if you have an Enchantress, Crystal Maiden, Queen of Pain, all very vulnerable to the shotgun. Does Funzy have his relic yet? He does have his relic. So there's a relic, 16-minute relic on Funzy, so phenomenal farm by him. Of course, he pretty much bullied equal that entire time, so it's not exactly surprising. Right now, mTw actually has pure map control. As you can see how far their lanes are pushed. Orange just farming the enemy jungle with impunity. He's not scared of anything. And Queen of Pain is going to be going for the early sheep, so I'm going to have that extra disable out. mTw is actually kind of disable light. The only real hard disable they have for that Morphling is the Queen of Pain's Frostbite. Everything else, you could get a Entangle, you could get a Troll Trap from the Enchantress, but those things aren't reliable at all, especially when Morphling could get away before you even get close for those. Brewmaster going for Arcane Boots. And 900 gold. Brewmaster is not getting anything done. I don't think he's popped his ultimate once, so Stallcat not having a fun game at all. And so usually see Phase Boots on Brewmaster. It's a little bit more aggressive, you get that damage, but going for Arcane Boots really shows that he just needs to... I don't know where I'm going with this. You rarely ever see Arcane Boots on Panda. It looks like they're going to be trying to go for the tier 1 tower, although Funzy and fucking Mad are both here. It's going to be a 2v2 without support. And plus, you got a relic on actually the main hero. Usually you see it on the bear, but he does have the spear bear up actually, so it's kind of surprising he doesn't have it on the bear. Looks like there's going to be a major team battle here. Syndrine is going to be flanking as we have a Primal Split and an EMP going off at the same time. Going to be EMP Tidehunter losing all of his mana. I bet they're happy they actually have the... No! Wow, that was a very weird engagement. Well, Brewmaster got entangled. Pretty sure on the first hit, which is super annoying. And he was forced to pop that Arcane Split. Arcane Split? Primal Split. Because if he didn't, he would have just gotten cold snapped and wailed on, and he probably would have died. So that... it's the first time he used his ultimate, and it was purely in defensive stance, so NEXT.kz pretty far behind. They haven't taken a single tower yet, and they are behind in kills. GW now barreling down the bot lane. This tower is going to get torn down from the Spirit Bear, who now has the Sacred Relic, and he does have that battle cry. I thought it was some kind of cry I knew, either war or battle. Syndrine does have his drum up, getting a Staff of Wizard, you're going to be going for a Force Staff. Pretty standard stuff. Actually, you might be going for a Yule Scepter. Usually, you could see either one of those on a QW Invoker. Both of them are very good for moving around very quickly. Force Staff usually you see on X-Sword Invokers. You see a Blink's Hex going on to Equal, and Equal is going to get eviscerated by Queen of Pain, who has a 19-minute Scythe of Ice. So Queen of Pain is extremely dangerous right now, not to mention a finished Radiance, or potentially finished Radiance, on that Spirit Bear. NEXT.kz, not looking good at all. Morphling has an Eagle Song. He was going to go for that shotgun, but I don't know. They're going to need to take a big team fight, NEXT.kz is, but really, they aren't in any position to do that. I mean, like, ideally, that's how they would want to fight. They want the Ravage, they want the Primal Split, they want the Chain Frost, they want the Black Hole, they want Morphling and cleanup duty. But mTw just not giving them those chances. They're making solo pickoffs. Enigma was the last one, who actually does have a Blink Dagger, so. They're mTw making solo pickoffs, playing very safe, and they're just simply not dying, as we now see Funzy trying to solo Roshan. His whole team is in support here, as we see NEXT.kz smoked up and circling around. Stallcat is revealed, and he is not going to do anything, so nothing happens there. Stun goes off onto Saksha, but mTw pulled back just in time. mTw not the team to take risks, really. As you now see a completed Radiance and an almost completed Aghanim Scepter on Enchantress, who's level 9 in Aghanim Scepter. That's something you don't see every day. So he has a lot of gold, but not many levels. Kind of a weird combination going on there. It is actually going to be Force Staff for Syndrun, as they're now going for their second attempt at Roshan, but this time they have a Spirit Bear with Radiance, so they know where the NEXT.kz team is, and they're going to pull up onto the high ground, maybe? There's now that Bear 1v1 Roshan. That Bear is manly as all hell, look at this. The NEXT.kz has to make a fight happen, as we see an EMP and a Tornado going up, and Tidehunter loses everything he has. He instantly gets killed by Invoker. The Tidehunter is just so soft, he doesn't have anything. He has a Ring of Health. I mean, like, he is going for Hood, which is a good item choice, but it's simply not enough right now. As you see Primal Split going on, Boulder going on to fucking Mad, the Hex going on to Equal, as you see a huge Scream Pain taking out, like, at least more than half of his health. The Chain Frost bouncing around, but Kebab is going to drag that one away as Invoker takes out Lich. Bear is getting Cyclone into the sky as Stallcat's Primal Split has ended. He's going to get taken down as well. So wow, that was a very easy fight for mTw. They just got the jump on Tidehunter, and without that Ravage, without that opener, Enigma didn't have that chance to blink in and use his Black Hole. I don't think Enigma's used the Black Hole either, or Ravage. So really conservative usage. Well, I don't even want to say it's conservative, because mTw is simply not giving them the chance. Like, if Tide Ravage, he would have caught, like, what, 2 people? And then they couldn't really open because all the other teammates, all the other mTw team members were right behind them. They did have the support. They had the healing from Enchantress, who now has that Aghanim Scepter. I'm kind of scared to look at the gold graph. Yeah. NEXT.kz not having a fun time at all. But, their team, with all their ultimates still up. Chain Frost is actually down. Chain Frost did not do nearly as much as Lich would want it to, but considering these high levels on these enemy heroes, Aghanim Scepter on the Enchantress, 1000 health. Kind of low health from the Crystal Maiden, but hey, it's a Crystal Maiden, what do you expect? She has a Bracer, so she's pretty rich, I'd say, for a Crystal Maiden. That was sarcasm. Lone Druid going for that standard pipe. But NEXT.kz, what they really need is just a big 5v5 team fight. If they get all their ultimates off, then they could do extremely well for themselves. But right now they're missing the Chain Frost, they're missing the Primal Split, and that's a lot of their power. mTw is doing the right thing, knowing that those ultimates are down. They're just continuing to apply pressure to this mid. This is not the mid lane. This is the top lane. So they're going to be applying pressure to the top lane. Just going to be joining in every wave, just moving in methodically. So we see the Bear once again moving in. Spells going off everywhere, trying to clean off the creep wave on both sides, but NEXT.kz looks like they're holding strong. Let's take a look at the creep waves. This creep wave is probably going to push out eventually, and we have a bear actually going all the way back to the fountain. Does Teal not have a bear? He does have a bear. He's just playing extremely safe because mTw knows they're in no rush, although if they want to continue with this push, they should have done it, because right now they already have Primal Split Up. We have an EMP Tornado going off, not going to hit anyone. But BKB is up on Queen of Pain, so she's going to be nigh unkillable. But yeah, all the ultimates on NEXT.kz are up, so mTw kind of missed their freer window of opportunity. They could still try to push it, and with the power that they have from their heroes, they might be able to make something happen. But it's going to be a lot more costly, because all of their ultimates are up. You see Sasha going on to Stalker, and he's taking a lot of damage. There goes the Primal Split, going on to no one, because no one's in range. See his Cyclone onto the bear and a rock going on to Sasha, who's now in range for something. No, he pops the BKB, and he's going to sit right in the middle of everything as he hits equal on N570 with his ultimate. He can take out Lich instantly. Crystal Maiden in the meantime taking out the Tidehunter, as the bear just wailing on the Brewmaster, who popped his ultimate way too early and didn't really get anything from it. So NEXT.kz actually looking extremely sloppy, not like their usual solid selves, as Mantis gets hexed up, and he is going to go down as well. This is going to be Rax, and I don't really want to call stuff this early, but NEXT.kz just, they don't have any other ultimates. Tidehunter did use his Ravage, but obviously it didn't do much to the mTw side because everyone's still alive. So the mTw team now going to transition down to the mid lane, and they could keep pushing. They know that the big ultimates are down. Enigma still is holding onto that black hole, but Enigma got focused down by Queen of Pain in the very start, and he had no chance to do it. He was playing conservatively, just as he should, but Queen of Pain will have none of that shit. Mid lane now getting sieged down, and there goes the black hole on everyone, and we have a Chain Frost, but Nequel actually gets hexed by Sasha. As we see Brewmaster getting frozen up, and Enigma is going to go down. Brewmaster does go down to Invoker, and GG actually being called 25 minutes in. So mTw driving the steamroller over NEXT.kz in Game 1 of the Grand Finals of the International Qualifiers Western Division. Wow, that's a mouthful. So yeah, just all the lanes really worked for mTw, and they really kept the support of NEXT.kz down. They really couldn't help anywhere. They tried to go up top, but Sasha was able to maintain his distance. He didn't die at all this game, actually. And bot lane, Enigma just got manhandled by Funzy. Got a very early relic, and really once he got that relic, that was game over. Final nail in the coffin. They couldn't really do anything against that. And mTw, their positioning was spot on, and NEXT.kz just couldn't recover from it. And as for a whole team that relies on the enemy positioning, they just couldn't catch a break. So this has been Game 1 of mTw versus NEXT.kz. I will cast the other games, I believe. I'm not sure how many there are, but yeah, it should be fun. Grand Finals. Two very solid teams as we see the Dire Ancient exploding into flames. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave any feedback that you have in the comments below. Looking for anything, and I've been getting a lot more support from you guys, getting a lot more comments, getting a lot more subscribers. So thank you so much for that, and I'll try to continue to produce content for you guys. So thanks for watching. GG.